My old preschool there. Well, not I didn't go to that preschool, I don't think, but I remember I did sleep in there once, and Santa Claus came and saw us. They even have 90s music playing. I remember the fete or the school fair. There used to be garden beds all around here. That wasn't up there. That was the art room. It's so small now. I remember sitting in there. And then that was the music room over there. That was the music room and the freaking art room. How crazy. It's so weird. I remember going in there during the bush dance and doing recorder lessons. That was a class there I was in. Music room. First did the Spice Boys. I remember coming in here for the bush, when we did the bush dance, and Nana and Dana came and picked us up. And I photocopied something. There was like a photocopy machine there. And I think that was my class of Miss Sia Rig over there, I think.
Yeah, it was.
And then my year 1 class was over this one in that corner. This is crazy. I'm in the wet area of my old school. And I remember sitting on these, we all used to put our bags under here.
Yeah.
And I remember sitting with my buddy over there in the corner, and we were talking about, like, he gave me that Christmas book. And I think it's the same hopscotch and everything, all that stuff, the bake sale thing that was up there on the right. But this, I'm walking up there and Gavin or someone talking about that guy from Home and Away with the chain on his nose, and that was my year 6 class up there, playing handball with Adrian and Andrew and everyone. That playground wasn't there, but I remember sitting on this hill here talking about my favourite Spice Girls, Jerry and Victoria, and all of our stuff out in the oval. That demountable wasn't there. The drink fountains are exactly the same. Yeah, that wasn't there then. And also I remember lining up here and getting a sticker for Michael, drawing that family photo. And that's my year 1 class in here. None of these tables were here, or these demountables. That's the same oval. That's the same playground. Mm-hmm. I remember I got told off by Miss Sia, but it's a different playground. It used to be like a big, tall playground in here. Yeah, that's different now. And that was my year 2 classroom over there, Miss Sia Rig. Miss Sia. I remember thinking about pretending to faint here, or I never really vaguely remember. And like all those hills up there seemed so much bigger before. And that playground stuff wasn't up there. And there was like cricket nets or something down there in the back. They're gone. The same bike racks. I used to put my bikes in when I rode to school. A lot of that's the same playground, like that thing and that one. But that's a new playground. That used to be higher, like a big tall building, tall tower. I remember saying the who's a her thing to someone. Oh, Mum's pointing at something. Hang on. So this is my year 2 class where I told the story about watching Drop Dead Fred. Right up there, I remember.
Okay.
The music room was in here. And like, I remember we had breakfast at school one day in there, and we had that book club thing where I dressed up as Bugs Bunny and Michael made the mask. We used to come and sit here, Mum. This is where we would sit and have our lunch, and you'd make sandwiches that we'd eat. The Vegemite sandwiches that I wouldn't eat. And the basketball thing, I forgot what it's called, court. Yeah, Yum's like filming everything. That was my year 3 class. Yeah? That was year 3. I'm not sure if there actually was a stage there or not, but that's a canteen area. That's where I used to sit over there up in the corner with those N-word bands on my legs with the boots, and where I got a blue slip. I'm just thinking of the song Jackie here for some reason. Yes, definitely remember sitting down here on the floor. The assembly area. Riding my bike to school there. That wasn't there. So I can't remember which class. No, that's right. This was my grade 4 class here. That was grade 4. And then this was grade 5. And was that like the sports shed or something? And then there was like a greenhouse or something up here. Walking around here talking about or having Pokemon cards. That wasn't up there. I don't think there was nothing up there to the left. It's my other classes down there. I remember doing some story on the Nile River over there, sitting. There was like a different area. Leslie's mum attacking me out the front of my grade 7 class. I remember hiding in that toilet one day.
Did you?
Yeah. I literally walked down here singing Boom 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 in my head, and that kid that pooped everywhere was around here, I think. And the bake sale. Oh my god, this looks exactly the same. I remember lining up for that bake sale right here, and Brittany gave me money. It was so nice of her. Steps, last thing on my mind, thinking about it. And then this exact handball courts playing at, that wasn't there. I don't know which was my class in year 6. It was either, I think it was the middle one, or I think it was this end one. This was my year 6 class, I'm pretty sure. That's when we first had internet and computers here. Year of graduation. There'll be one in a bit later. That was my year 6 class. And this is like the wet area. I remember this is where we walked down dressed as the Spice Boys. And we were up there, came down the stairs, and then we performed down here. It's so good. This is the wet area where we would have like watch TV and stuff if it was raining. So I sat at one of these desks, my year 7 class. And this was my year 7 class with Mr. Powell and Mrs. Bond. And Miss Sable was over here. All these years later, crazy. My year 7 class. So year 1 and then other random classes. I feel like this is where like some of the cool kids sat, like we couldn't sit here, but I vaguely do remember sitting here and having my recorder lessons down there. This is such an interesting area in here too. The same freaking water fountain, now Mum's here with me. And the library. Oh my god, running into Mr. Campbell here, and I'm pretty sure we watched Return of Jafar in this room. Yep, we definitely watched, I think, Kangaroo Creek Gang cartoons or the Return of Jafar here with the wheeled out TV in this wet area. I don't really remember this area. I think that was a preschool spot. Back here years later. So freaking amazing. Look, this is the wall of everybody. And I'm on here. 1999.
Yeah, I noticed this one because I could see.
You see me on here? I'm on this one. My face.
Yeah, just there he is, little tiny kid.
Oh, the graduating classes.
Crazy. Can't believe it's been so long.
23 years. 1999. So besides walking down these stairs for Spice Boys, that's where we had the talented and gifted thing up there. And I just told Mum that I had lunch here on the floor with all the yogurt she'd buy me. So my desk was over here. I know, I don't know what this thing is called on the floor. It's called a compass. But I do remember that. My classes, and here. Yeah, let's go look at the library. Rostrata Primary Honours Board. I remember having my library bag. I remember there being like a different counter here. The library's so freaking small now. Like this is so tiny. Such a small library. Remember like the Foot Chop Flats thing that used to be here in the corner, reading those books? Remember all the computers used to be along there when we got computers? It's the teachers from 96. Which one? Miss Wells. I don't know who that is. Don't know. Can you see me, Mum? That's my first year here. 30 years ago. I'm right at the back. There I am. Oh my god, I'm next to Gavin. That one there. I'm guessing they've moved everything to make way for this.
Yeah, probably.
So Mr. Campbell is over there, who I ran into right there. Got a blue slip. Years ago. I remember having Dunkaroos here in this exact spot, right there. I remember doing my homework there at that Nullarbor, no, what was it called? The Nile River thing. The assembly area. Crazy. So I'm standing with Mum where she came to watch my graduation.
I was here.
Right here at the back. Probably standing in the same spot. Probably. they didn't have these roller doors, but I remember when I had to pretend to play recorder up there. And I didn't want to do Japanese class. This is me with my long hair in year 7. And with the weird new library where it used to be raised and it looks so not raised now.
It used to be this colour.
That's the old logo. And that's the certificates we had. This is me and Elise at our year 7 class. Cheese!
Cheese!
It's cute how much effort they've put in with everything. It looks so nice. That's such a 90s graffiti thing. That's so cute. Look at all the graffiti stuff up there. Look at that. I do vaguely remember these desks.
Hello! This is Mr. J.
So that's year 4 and then that's year 5. 93 to 2002.
Besties!
Yay! We've got photos together at school all these years later. This is cool. God, look at the art storage area. I remember all the storage stuff was there. Where? The kiln room?
They never took it off.
Oh my god, that's so funny. I remember they used to be stacked up in here, right?
That's the pantry.
I literally wouldn't have been in here for like 24 years. It's crazy. Glow in the dark. Goodbye, Rostrata again, and Elise. And the art room. Yeah, we'll come back for the 50th anniversary. That looks like bad footage, like our era. Oh my god, that's so funny. Logs. See that log? I got a blue slip for sitting on that log. I don't know. That log, that wooden log. Bye, Rostrata. We'll come home and we'll go to the 50th anniversary in 2033.